welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to your twin flame reading. Hope you're all doing well. Let's gain insight into what's going on in your twin flame connection. Can we please gain insight into what is going on in your twin flame connection? So we have the 10 of Wands and we have the 8 of Cups. So I want to say a lot is coming up for you. And I want to say emotionally, because with the 8 of Cups, I'm seeing like turning away from the connection. So there's a part of you that is...
Canpar on line 1 for Rob. Canpar on line 1 for Rob. Thank you.
I don't hear pages all day until I start my reading. I apologize. It's my daughter's work phone. She's not working from home. She's in the office, but we can't turn off the paging system from her phone. So, okay. So I wanted to say that it's like right when you get close is when you kind of want to give up and walk away. There could be an instance where you're just resigned to the whole journey, to, you know, it's not where your connection's not where you thought it would be by now. Maybe you've been on the journey for a long time. Maybe you've been in separation, whether for a long time or a short period of time. But when it comes to right now, you're like, I thought we would have been together by now. So I get that it could be very disappointing for many twin flames not being where you want to be in terms of your connection. So a lot of you are thinking, I'm just tired. I don't even want to try anymore, or I don't want to have hope. And yet here you are watching this reading, which I want to say thank you for stopping by and for taking the time, because you're contemplating, do I really want my twin flame back? Do I really even believe that they're my twin flame? Are twin flames even a real thing? So you see how you're kind of turning back on the journey. But what I want to say is, what I'm also seeing here is, see all these cups? Those are cups of love that are still standing. These cups of love are still on the table. And they're there for you because you have built this energy and there's still love there for you. So it could be that you just need a break. It could be that you just need to go lay down and have a nap. And when you get up, you'll have some clarity of what you really want. So this is like not knowing what you really want. And I'm seeing the influence of the moon, which could be bringing up a lot of stuff from the past, causing you to be uncertain, but also things are being revealed to you. So truths that have been hidden are coming up. Truths that you are now able to see within yourself. And so maybe you're like, I'm okay not being with my twin flame yet. I'm in a good place where I want to be with my twin flame. But if it's not happening, I'm not going to get all sad and depressed about it. You're in such a better space with this 8 of Cups, whether you're turning away from the connection or not. So with the 10 of Wands, you've been carrying some burden, and it could be like you're still holding on to stuff from the past. You're still holding on to some like resentment of not being chosen, resentment that you're in separation. There is some kind of burden, which I'm sensing is like an emotional burden. And if it's not related to your twin flame, although I'm getting it is, it has to do with some other area of your life, or it could be with some other person in your life. You're carrying something heavy, and it's really because you can let it go. It's time to like put down that heavy emotion or that thing from the past, and just to be free from it, because you've been carrying it for a long time. So you're becoming aware of this, and you're like, this is really heavy. I'm just gonna put it down. So you're gonna have this sense of freedom. And that freedom is going to free you up in other areas of life. You may feel freer to explore another connection, or you just may feel freer to really step into your power of who you are meant to be in the world. And a lot of the times that's why we twin flames are in separation, because we haven't yet stepped into our truest power, like fully actualized yet. And the thing that motivates us often is the idea of union with our twin flame. That's kind of like if we can't have inner motivation, we have outer motivation from the desire to be in union with our twin flame. So there's something that you are needing to step into as you let go of these heavy things from the past, as you let go of the attachment of how the outcome of your connection is supposed to be. Because the universe always has something better planned than we can even imagine. So we think of how union is supposed to look like. We think of how union is supposed to feel like. But the universe has an even greater plan of how it's going to be. Because our limited minds can only conceive of what we think is possible, but the universe is unlimited potential, so that the universe is going to provide for you an even greater outcome than you can ever imagine. So separation is preparing for that amazing, miraculous outcome of preparing ourselves to be who we need to be to receive it. Because we're in separation right now because we're not open enough to receive that grand miracle yet. You are on the path. So we can't feel bad for being on that path to becoming who we need to be in order to receive that. Because you could receive it right now, but can you sustain it? Can you maintain it? Can you maintain it? Like emotionally, spiritually, can you sustain harmonious union right now? If the universe delivered your twin flame at your door, you hear the doorbell ring and it's your twin flame, do you have what it takes to sustain harmonious union? And really ask yourself that. Are you at a place in your life where everything is flowing harmoniously? Because if there's anywhere that is out of balance, unless we have the tools that we can reach for when things break down, we're not going to be able to sustain harmonious union with our twin flame. So this is all about getting those skills down, knowing how to come back into balance when things in your life are out of balance. Because it's one thing if it's difficult to deal with things that are out of balance for you, but what if that's times 2 in your connection? Everything is intensified and magnified when you're in union. that if we're not able to sustain inner harmony without them, it's going to be quite a challenge to maintain inner harmony when you're with your twin flame. So you could be thinking that, I don't know if I can really sustain that. I don't even know if I can do that for myself. So that could be why you're turning away, because you're like, wait, I don't know yet. I don't know. Like, you can feel union is close. You feel it. Like the signs are pointing in every direction that you're going to be in union. But then you're like, okay, hold on. I feel like I have to do something. Like, like you left the stove on, and it's like, okay, I gotta do something because I'm forgetting something. So what's happening is the universe is testing each of you. Are you ready now? And you're like, oh, I don't know. Your twin flame is like, I still have these things I want to do before I'm faced with the love of my life who's going to challenge me at every turn. They don't do that on purpose. It's the dynamic of a twin flame connection where just by being in the same room, you're being challenged. It's not like they're doing it consciously, although, with the ego interacting, it's hard not to. Okay, so it's like the universe is still giving you, some final preparing final preparations for ultimate union. So it's natural to question, am I ready? Do I really want this? This whole time you knew that you wanted it. And now that it's close, you're like, okay, wait. Do I really want it? So questioning is natural, but the desire is always there. The desire to be with your twin flame is always there. It's just the thoughts come in. So that's kind of what's, happening for both of you. Like the energy surrounding is like, okay, do whatever you have to do to prepare for ultimate union. Deal with the doubt, deal with the uncertainty, get it straight in your head that this is what you want. And then full steam ahead. So wherever you're at is to prepare for ultimate union. So if emotions are coming up, they're coming up to be cleared so that there are no energetic blocks for either of you. You're working yours out, your twin flame is working theirs out, and you're moving towards union every day. Okay, so let's see what's going on with you. I'll use this deck. What's going on with you as you embark on your twin flame union? What's going on? What's going on as you embark on the journey to union? 7 of Swords. Knight of Cups. Okay, so Seven of Swords hasn't come up in any of my readings for a very long time, so it's kind of throwing me off. I'm like, what? 7 of Swords is a card of deception, lies, deceit. So I want to say that things that were hidden are coming to light. Revelations, things that you maybe were suppressing are coming up to be released. Yeah. It's like, this is really throwing me off. I'm like, Seven of Swords, like deception. Where in your life are you experiencing deception? Where in your life do you feel like you're not speaking your truth? So I want to say, this is you wanting to speak your truth from now on to your twin flame, to everyone around you, because you used to hold yourself back. You weren't able to speak your truth in a way that you felt safe, or in a way that another person could really get. You just felt like you couldn't speak your truth. So when it comes to your twin flame connection, you want to speak your truth. You can't hide or deceive yourself into not feeling what you feel for your twin flame, whether it's love or fear or resentment. You want to speak your truth in a way that will help you break through from what you're holding yourself back with. So you're learning how to speak your truth to others, and you're no longer wanting to hold yourself back from speaking your truth to your twin flame. And for a lot of twin flames, that is like your feelings, how you feel about them, being vulnerable enough to open your heart and speak from your heart. I know that's even difficult for me. Only when it comes to my twin flame, it's like, if another person were to ask me how I feel about them, I'm pretty sure I could just say it. But for some reason, when it comes to my twin flame, I know that there's a fear of being vulnerable. Fear of, when I tell my twin flame how I really feel, that they're just gonna reject me and what I have to say. So I'm getting like, if you're feeling that way too, if you can relate to that, that energy is no longer going to hold us back from being vulnerable. We're going to be able to speak truthfully from the heart. So that's good. That's amazing. And even if it seems scary, it does. Like, just look at the whole feeling of this card. It's like dark and scary. It can be scary when you're revealing your innermost feelings to your twin flame, knowing that they could literally crush your heart. That's scary. So the Knight of Cups, I'm getting like, you want to move forward, and you want to move forward with this connection, but the thing that's holding you back is the fear of rejection. You want to make an offer and be like, okay, enough of this running around and back and forth, and let's just do this. You want to say that, but there's still like this energy of like, do I really want to say that? Is it going to be a mistake? What if they don't react in the way that I'm hoping they will? So where you're at, you want this love. You want to say, okay, let's just do this. We have to stop wasting time and being afraid. Let's just tell each other how we feel. So there's a part of you that wants that, and then the other part is like, but what if I say all this and it just makes them run away? But I do know this from just in the clients that I've been dealing with, when they've been vulnerable and really spoken from their heart, it actually it connected them even deeper. So really, this is just about getting past this fear and just being vulnerable. So maybe you're just having difficulty being vulnerable and feeling safe, and that's very natural, especially on the twin flame journey. So let's see where they are at. Where's your twin flame at? Where's your twin flame at? When it comes to your twin flame connection, where's your twin flame at? Okay, these two. Judgment and Seven of Cups. They're having this spiritual awakening. Every day that goes by is awakening, is like a new awakening, like literally. It's like every morning they get up in the morning and they're having an awakening, like a deep spiritual awakening. It's like every day they're learning more about themselves, learning and seeing how everything is connecting, and seeing how you're connected, and seeing how the way things happen. They're seeing all these connections of your connection. So they're having this spiritual awakening, and it's bonding them to you. And that's why you're feeling this connection, this deeper connection, and you're like, come on already, let's just do this then. And then you're like, but wait a second. Hold on. Not so fast. Calm down. It's push and pull. And with the Seven of Cups, a lot of stuff from like other areas of life are popping up that they're having to deal with. So relationships at work, relationships in the family, business relationships. Like if you guys are in separation and there's like no communication, they're having to deal with their stuff in other relationships. And it's awakening them, because they're like, well, this is what I was running from. I don't want to deal with these relationships that are confronting me. The universe is like, well, too bad. Too bad for you. But we all go through this, and not just your twin flame, but this is where they're at. It's like they're having these awakenings. They're connecting the dots of your connection. They're connecting the dots of, even from your past lives. They're having this awakening of, oh my gosh, this feels so familiar, like deja vu. I experienced this with my twin flame, but was that a dream or did that actually happen? So they're remembering their past lives as if it was a dream, but they're really remembering your connection, and how, what they dreamt of is actually happening now in your connection. Yeah, things are popping up for them that they're having to face, which is awakening them. They're like, oh, okay. So I was running away from my twin flame, and now I'm being forced to face my mom, something like that, or a parent, or someone from the past, or, someone at work, or a boss, or whatever. It's like they were running away from it, but now they're having to deal with that dynamic in with someone else. It could be a karmic partner, a soulmate. I'm getting like if they're in a karmic or soulmate connection, it's starting to resemble what you guys experienced, but in in a more harsh way that is maybe not pleasant. But they will be victorious. Like, the universe is showing them, okay, this is how you were being, and this is how you're showing up. So your twin flame is like, okay, I see. I don't want to see and I don't like it, but okay. And every day they wake up with these new revelations, these new insights, and they're really getting to understand themselves and how your connection, how they were being. So this is amazing. Sometimes this is the work that needs to happen. They need to come to the realization on their own without us telling them, so that they get it. Because sometimes we can see what's happening and we can try to explain it to them, but they can't hear it until they experience it for themselves. And again, that's why separation happens, because they can't get the lesson with you in the picture. It's just way too intense. They have to experience the lessons they need in a different environment. And once they get it, they can be like, okay, I got it. I'm back. Let's resume. Hope that makes sense. Please comment below if this is resonating, if this is going on for you, because not only does it help me as a reader, but it helps everyone else who's reading the comments that they're not the only one going through this, that there are other twin flames out there who are experiencing the same thing. And I know, like, even for me, like, no, not everyone feels comfortable commenting and being vulnerable and sharing their own experience. So for those of you that do, you're doing a big service for the rest of us who are too shy to comment on what our experience is. So thank you for taking the time to comment that, you're going through something like this. Thank you. The Twin Flame community thanks you. The universe thanks you. Let's move on. Love messages from your twin flame. Love messages from your twin flame. Love messages from your twin flame. That's way too many. We're just going to take a few. This, I swear, is throwing me off. The Seven of Swords. I said deception, right? If you could read that backwards. It says deception. So, in finances and career. So, their love messages to you are, I can't hide my feelings for you anymore. The world is not letting me, my life is not letting me hide my feelings from you. I've been running and I've been denying and I've been hiding, but I can't seem to hide from the way I feel about you anymore. So your twin flame is letting you know that they're coming to terms with how they feel about you, and it's undeniable love. It's like, you're the one I love, and this is like a love that has spanned over lifetimes. They're finally admitting to themselves that they have feelings for you, and they have it's never stopped, is never ended. The way they feel about you has even gotten deeper because of everything that has been happening in their lives. The only thing that makes them feel hopeful, that gives them comfort, is your connection. They just think of you and it gives them that comfort. So they're saying, I can't deny how I feel about you anymore. And I'm sure you can feel that. Like, you're feeling that they love you, and you're like, I don't even know how I feel this way. Is it even real? I haven't heard from my twin flame. They haven't told me that they still love me, and yet you feel it. It's because you're connected. You are telepathic. You can feel what they're feeling, and vice versa. So they are being drawn back to you because of how they feel for you. They can't deny it anymore. And they're like, I've been focused too much on the outer world, on the material world, on chasing money, trying to focus on making money, the not the search for money, but the just the chase of money. I've been too focused on trying to build that I didn't really see what was important to me. And so they're saying, you are important to me. You are important to me. Love is more important than anything material in this life. And they had to see that in your separation. They're saying, I had to realize this on my own, being without you, that nothing is more important than having someone there for you, there with you, that understands you. They're saying, I had to get this while being apart from you. So they're seeing how they must choose love. And before they were choosing, success or, status or money. They were putting that above love. And they're finally getting it, that it was just a waste of time and energy. And you're like, that's great. I'm still thinking about if I want you back. No, I'm just kidding. Like that. This is like where the ego comes in and gets all righteous and like, yeah, see, I was right and you were wrong. And, it's about that energy of ego is trying to make the other person wrong just so that we can feel better, so that we can feel right. But there is no right or wrong. It's all about the lessons in what we learn, and to be humble enough to accept that, it was for their experience, and it doesn't mean that we know better than our twin flame. If anything, you're learning from them. They're teaching you as well as you're teaching them. But again, not in an egotistical way, in the higher sense of, our higher self steps in and kind of shows us the way. And then our ego, our thoughts get in the way, and then it just, games start to happen, and pride steps in, and we can't let go of our pride. So we just have to make sure that, that's all in check, that we don't bring our ego once our twin flame comes back, that we don't hold the past over them, that we are able to move forward without needing to rehash everything that happened. Because that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid that, you're going to come down on them and say, I was right, you were wrong, you suck, and, you just wasted all this time. And no, we can't do that, because we had stuff that we had to come to terms with in our own lives. So, in a sense, they're saying, I see where you were coming from now. I see that you were just fighting for love and fighting for our union, but I wasn't the right person to be the right person for you, or to be in a place with you where I was truly happy in my life. Because we have to take that into consideration too. Are we truly happy with our lives? Because when we're not, that's building a weak foundation of union. But if you're like happy and you are filling your own cup of love, you're self-sufficient in knowing I don't need anyone to for anything because I can give it to myself. When you're in that place, you're ready to be in union. Because until we know how to be self-sufficient, we're always going to look to our twin flame to fill that need, and that in itself just repels them, and vice versa. If they're coming to you needy, you're gonna be like, I don't know if I want this anymore. That's just what it does. This neediness is a repellent to love because it's coming from a source of lack. Yeah, I know. But I know you guys have been working on this, and I'm so proud of you. So keep going, keep preparing, keep doing you, keep living your best life, because they will meet you at the finish line where you will just begin your brand new cycle, your brand new life together. And that's what we all want. That's what I want for you. That's what I'm so flippin' excited for you to have that. And you shall. Okay. Let's just see what the shadow aspect that we need to understand. Shadow aspect of the twin flame connection to just be aware of. Can you please gain insight into the shadow aspect of what's happening so that we can be aware and adjust accordingly? Yeah. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Six of Wands. Whoa. I love the energy of these cards. These are two of like my favorites. Three of Cups to me is a card of celebration. It's a card of union because it's celebrating love. So this is like celebration. And the Six of Wands is a card of victory. So the shadow aspect of what's happening is the doubt. You're still doubting. You're still doubting whether you can really, like for those of you who want to be married, you're still doubting if it's even possible, or if it's even possible to be a family. You're still not crystal clear yet. And so that shadow aspect is the fear of disappointment. So as a child, when we were disappointed about not getting what we wanted, then we just doubted we were ever going to get what we wanted. So it's like, in order to avoid feeling disappointed, you're not going to believe in it. But believe it, because the fact that this showed up means that it's for you, means that you are meant to marry your twin flame if that's what you want. You are meant to have a family if that's what you want. You're meant to have children together if that's what you want. You're meant to live together, travel together, make love every day, cook meals together every day, do everything that you want to do together. You are meant for that, but there's something in your mind that's like, it's not really seeing it. So that's the doubt that's still coming up. And it's almost impossible to never doubt, but if we are, majority of the time doubting, then that's why we're still in separation. I mean, union will take that much longer because the universe is confused. Like, do you want this or do you not want it because you don't think it's possible? So believe that it's possible. This is also due to, your childhood, when you were so disappointed, you had your heart set on something and you really wanted it and you didn't get it. So you're like, well, like that set a precedent. So like you almost come to expect that you're not going to really get what you really want. That's just a pattern. That's not the truth. The truth is the universe is always giving us what we want. We just don't see it. The universe is always giving us what we want. But what we are asking for is what we're focusing on, what we don't want, and that's why the universe is giving it to us. We just don't realize that we're focusing on it. So it's the doubt. When there's doubt, the universe is like, well, there you go. You're doubting it, so you're getting separation. You're welcome. And you're like, that's mean. That's my inner child talking, my inner teenager. Victory. You're doubting in your ability to be victorious with union. I'm so happy you're here watching this video, but that's why you're watching it, because there's a part of you that doesn't really believe that you are victorious in your union. I'm here to tell you, twin flames were created to be in union. Everything else is happening due to ego, fear, woundedness, creating out of default. But you are meant to be in union. You are in union. You just see illusion. You see separation. You're seeing the illusion of separation, but you're actually one. Just because you're in two separate bodies in two separate places doesn't mean you're not one. You're still one. The truth of it is we are all one. Each of us is just an aspect of the one. We are a facet of the universe. So you and your twin flame are always one, no matter how far apart you are, no matter where you guys go on your journeys, for how long, you are always one. So you are victorious because you are meant to be in union. And if I have to repeat this in every reading, I will. Because if it's even like, I know this to be the truth, but I also know for many twin flames, even for myself, that it's hard to believe because if it's not happening. But just think of every success that you've had in your life. You had that success even though you doubted it. You had to overcome your doubt, right? So it's just like with union, you're going to have to overcome your doubt of victory, of, being in physical union, being married to your twin flame in the spiritual sense, just being in 3D physical union. You have to believe it. You have to trust in that. So the shadow aspect is the doubt. And a lot of it is still stemming from the pattern from childhood when we didn't get what we really wanted. I know that's happened for me so many times as a child. I rarely got what I wanted for Christmas. I mean, there have been many Christmases. So I think I was 8 years old and I wanted Monopoly. So whenever a relative or someone would ask me what I wanted, I said Monopoly. So one Christmas, I got like 5 Monopoly games. And for those of you, it's a board game. So I got what I wanted, but then instead of remembering that, I'll remember all the other Christmases where I was disappointed. Right? That's what we do. So I digress. Okay, so what's coming up for you, right? What's coming up for you and your twin flame? What's coming up for you and your twin flame? What's coming up for you and your twin flame? We want to know. Because it's getting close. You can feel it. Ace of Cups and Two of Swords. Ace of Cups is a beautiful card of like a brand new beginning, a fresh new start, abundance, an outpouring of love and emotion and oneness. And I think this came up last week. But this is like a new offer. Like the universe is giving you a brand new start. Even if that doesn't even make sense, like how is it going to happen? That's just the energy. The universe is like, it's going to keep giving you your new beginning. So we have to prepare ourselves to receive that offer, or that be in the space to receive the offer from our twin flame. So that's letting go of doubt, letting go of resistance, letting go of fear, letting go of not believing in it, letting go of the doubt. Because what's coming up is choice. For many twin flames, this is a big one, because to actually be in union, you have to choose between your old life and this new life. So you are going to be faced. I want to say faced is the nice word, but you are going to be confronted. And you guys can do it. You've been dealing with confrontation, for a while now. You've been confronted with yourself. You can do this. You just have to choose union. You have to, in your mind, choose it despite what situation you're in. You can choose union, live the life that you're in, and know that everything is going to fall into place. You can do that. Doesn't mean you have to pack your bags up and leave and go searching for your twin flame. No, just make the choice. And when you choose it every day, all the pieces are going to fall into place for this brand new beginning. So that's what's coming up for you, is the opportunity to choose, and know that you're choosing for the highest good of all concerned. You're choosing for the highest good of everyone, for the happiness of everyone involved, even though it doesn't look like that. It is for the highest good of everyone concerned. It always is when it comes to twin flames. When it's done out of love, it's win-win for all concerned. So that's really what's coming up for you. Good luck with that. I'm just kidding. I'm here for you. You know that. I'm here supporting you. I'm here rooting for you, knowing that you got this. We got this. You wouldn't have watched this reading to the end if you didn't got this. You got this. I have complete faith in you. This is the work. This is the journey of twin flames, because we have to overcome all of the past, all of the conditioning, everything we ever learned, programmed, we're now open to possibility. We're now open to the miracles of life. We are now open to the miracle of love. We're open to the miracle of who you truly are. So you can do this. I have complete faith in you, and you can claim right now that it's not going to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard. Don't choose it to be hard. Choose it to be a peaceful, smooth transition where everyone involved is in a great place, and they will be. Once you get it straight in your mind, it's going to reflect that in your outer world. Everyone's going to be on board with it once you're on board. So get on board with union, because this train's on its way to union. So corny. So I think that's everything. I'm just so happy that, that these readings can give you some insight. That's all I want for you, because I want you to be in union. You deserve it. You're a beautiful being, and you deserve to have everything you desire. So claim it. Claim it as yours. It's your birthright to have complete and utter joy and bliss in your life, which includes being with the love of your life. Wherever you are in the journey, no matter how long it's going to take, whether it's 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 years, 20 years, you're going to get there. And I'm just going to be happy that you saw this reading and it planted a seed in your mind that it's happening. I'm just here to remind you that it's happening. I'm here to remind you to claim what is your birthright. And true happiness, true joy, true love, it's meant for you. So claim it, claim it, claim it. I'm supporting you every step of the way. I'm rooting for you. I'm cheering you on like a cheerleader with those pom-poms. Union, 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 yay! Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you all so very much for joining me. I'm so thankful for all of you that support my work, that have subscribed, that like my videos and readings. Thank you for following me on Instagram, on my TikTok accounts, if you are. I love all of you, because without you, my work would just not have any meaning. So thank you for making this so much more fulfilling, knowing that you're there actually watching this reading. It gives my life true fulfillment. So I thank you for being on the other side of the screen. Be sure, if this resonates and you want to know what's going on in your specific situation, please feel free to book your twin flame reading with me. If you're just curious and you need an update reading of where the energies are and you want to see how things are progressing, please message me and we can book a reading. Please message me for the Innerchild Healings that will help you on your journey. Release the fears. I know, like, working with a client, with the Innerchild Healings, it does make a difference. I'm not going to say that it's easy. I wish it could be easy for you, but the healing videos, they stir up things that have been suppressed, and it takes a lot of focus, energy, dedication to go through the process and just feel the feelings and yet stay grounded in knowing that everything's going to be okay. So my job is to lend support and guide you on your healing journey. So please message me for the Innerchild Healings. It's truly my honor to support you on your journey back to oneness, wholeness, and love. So again, I want to thank you so very much. And until next time, I'm wishing you all so much love and peace.